Okay, so coaching a client earlier this morning um, who has a lot of anxiety, wakes up with a lot of anxiety day after day after day, and we've been looking at so what is the topic of the anxiety? Because usually she just wakes up with all this feeling, and there's no real clear who's the boogeyman. It's like a kid when they can't sleep because they think there's a boogeyman under the bed or there's a boogeyman in the closet. And, you can flash the flashlight under the bed and they see there's nothing there, but there still can be something going on. And we can get really clear on what is it that's creating this anxiety. Lots of times we kind of wake up. And as we were talking this morning, it was interesting because it's kind of like this fear. She was noticing that she's taking a trip. She's going out to the lake. She's having her kitchen renovated while she's at the lake. And she's just realizing, oh, I don't think I can stay up with all this. I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think I can handle it. And the mind is spinning. But when we look at her life, all the things that come up that she feels so much anxiety about, she handles them actually quite well, except her experience of it is filled with anxiety. And this morning, it was just kind of occurring to me. It's kind of like, even during the day, she's still got one foot in being asleep. You know how when we're in a dream state and things are happening, we don't have any control over them. And so we get really anxious in a dream. But then we wake up and we go, oh, that was just a dream. I'm in control. I'm okay. But it's kind of like she never completely comes out of the dream state. Well, she does come out of the physiological dream state, but she keeps listening to her mind that when she's sleeping, she's in dream state and, this nightmare occurs and she gets really scared. So she wakes up, but it's almost like there's one foot still in dream state, even though physiologically she's awake. She's still kind of half asleep in her brain in a way, believing what her brain is saying. Oh, I'm not ready yet. And yet we've got the list, everything's taken care of, everything's been going fine. But isn't it interesting how we create this illusion, this kind of dream, that maybe we can't handle life in some way. And that thought, like when we're in a dream, is the reality, because we give it the reality that it is. The power of thought is so immense. And so it was kind of fun working with her because you could see the wheels turning and she was kind of zooming out to be able to see the habitual nature of her thinking and how she just goes through that script. It's interesting because she's an actor. So she knows what it is to know a script and to step onto the set and act as if it's real. And she was mentioning how actually when she gets into it, in order to really act it out well, she really puts herself into the situation and all those feelings come up. I've always wondered about that. You see these great scenes and the actor is crying. It's like, are those real tears? And that's what they say, they're able to step into that space as though it were real. So that's what she was kind of, you don't need to do it. Come over here. That's what she was kind of waking up to, was that it was more like a script in an acting situation. And that actually it's just a dream. And so instead of a nightmare, her life has kind of been like a daymare. And it's only because there's the same kind of belief, the same kind of holding on to the thinking during the day as there is in a dream when we're getting scared in a dream. So that was really kind of fun. And I wanted to bring that up just in the light of how it is that we often are reaching to food because it seems like there's tension, we're anxious, we're not able to handle something. And in order to handle the feeling, we turn to food.